Joining us now in the player escape room is a young man whose playing stocks are definitely on the rise. Please welcome to the show, Central Coast Mariners Lionheart, Josh Nisbet. G'day, mate. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for having me.
That was a great intro you wrote for yourself.
Thought about it long and hard before I got in.
You are a Lionheart, like I said, mate. There's not many players in the league that throw themselves around like you. But how are things going at the Mariners? In my opinion, you've been one of the most consistent teams this year, but unfortunately, due to a few errors, a few VARs, which we won't talk about, and a few reffing decisions, and maybe a couple of times you've switched off. You guys have been up to your eyeballs, but it's cost you a lot of points. So, what's the plan for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, look, we went through that period where just everything seemed to go against us when it comes to mistakes and ref decisions and all that stuff. But we've got since then we won against Brisbane, we drew against Victory, which most people wrote us off before the game. So at the moment, we're pushing to get as many points as we can, and we know that we can do it.
So, like I said, at this stage, nearly every single game you've watched, it would be frustrating, because of the fact that you've probably given better than you've got, and you haven't walked away with the points. So, what's Monty's message? What's the coaching staff's message been for the remainder of the season? So, I know some teams are probably got a third left. Other teams got a bit more, a bit less. Obviously, with all the delayed games, what's the focus from this point on?
Yeah, it's mainly, look, we've been playing well and not getting the results. So you sort of said just stick to the process. It will happen. And as you said, the ladder's not quite the way it's meant to be. People have played 3 more games ahead of other people and stuff. So at the moment, we're not concentrating on where we're on the ladder. We're just concentrating about getting the points. And then we'll have a look at the end of the season because, yeah, at the moment, the league and games-wise, it's not in line. So we're not thinking about it.
Are you even bothering unpacking your bags at the moment? I know you guys are here, there, and everywhere, and it seems to be every day here's a day -1, a game -1, or a game day -2, and so on. Are you even bothering unpacking your bags?
Oh, I haven't unpacked my bag for my other trip, so wherever I go next, I'm going to have to quickly wash it before I do it. So.
Yeah, look, mate, with a busy schedule like that, you guys just have to do what you have to do. But mate, you're approximately 5'5", so I've done my research, and but you're so tenacious and you fight for everything on the pitch, mate. Who or where does this come from? Because it's not a trait that everyone has.
I think it's just. I thought it was just a normal thing everyone does. Like you play your heart out, you give it all your all. But I don't know, maybe it comes from my family. Like I grew up with three other brothers, and we're always just World Cup, last one out, you lose, you get bullied by it and stuff like that. So I think it was just more brotherly competitiveness and stuff like that, which really drove me to not stop.
I think it proves my point because you're so focused on the game, you're not watching others around you or, seeing who else is out there because there's not every player, and I'm not going to name names, but not everyone goes out like that. And, like I said, watching you don't look like you're 5'5", it's 6'5". You throw yourself around, you get stuck in. It's like, honestly, it's like every last challenge counts, every last thing. And let me tell you, there's not all players do that out there. So, like I said, you can give your family and your brothers a pat on the back because at the moment you might be the pro footballer starring the A-League, but they can take some credit because definitely they've had a hand in the way that you play on the pitch.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll let them know. They'll love that.
Well, maybe send a tweet out or something to them. Thank you. Are you the youngest? Are you the youngest of the 4?
I am the second oldest. So I've got one older brother, 2 younger brothers, one adopted younger brother, and one adopted younger sister.
All right, so it was a fair game then. There was a lot of players to pick from.
Yeah, and it was house rules, no rules. So.
That's the way it should always be.
Yeah, you get kicked and you got to move on. So,
mate, you're only 22, but you've now played over 50 games for the Mariners in the A-League, and you definitely look like one of the leaders on the pitch. What has Monty said to you at the start of the season and continuously throughout?
Well, he told me that Mariners, we know what our budget's like. We're not going to have our old squad, and considering you've played for me, you're one of the higher experienced players. They said, I want you to sort of acknowledge that and sort of strive out and keep it going and be one of the leaders that the young people need and talk to them about anything they need and support them on the pitch. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Like I said, I know it's a lot to put on someone who's 22, but you're doing a hell of a job. So, and I think they chose wisely. So if that keeps going on and hopefully results turn around, then you guys can maybe end the season, not only as FFA Cup finalists, but hopefully you can sneak into the 6. But I think you'll need a little bit of luck. But there's plenty of games to go.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're aiming for the 6, and little bit of luck and hard work, we should hopefully get there.
All right, mate. Before we get into the two major games I like to play with my guests, I did want to ask you a couple of questions. So, of your current and former teammates, I'll ask you 3 questions, and it will be who would you, and then I'll ask the question. You ready to go?
Yep, ready.
Who would you invite to dinner?
Max Ballard, Dan Hall, and Nikolai Muller.
Okay. So, why would you invite them?
Just a little good group where we just sort of take the piss out of each other, and no one's really safe, and no one really like the boss or anything like that. It's sort of just a good laugh the whole time.
Is there a boss? Is there a leader of the Nisbet group?
Yeah, me. I'm the boss. 100%.
I thought so, mate.
Yeah.
All right. So, who would you never ask to borrow anything from, including money? You just give me one.
Money. I would say Lewis Miller.
Okay. Why is that? Is he hard to get anything from?
Just some of the stuff he'd give me might not be clean and stuff like that. So I'd rather not take the risk.
All right, then. So he's definitely someone we're going to be hitting up on DMs in socials to say, hey, mate, can we borrow this or that?
Yeah, no, you don't want to be doing that.
So it's not a matter of, sometimes people will say it's because if you borrow something and you give it back, they might say, oh, it's not in the same condition. In his case, it's probably the condition it comes in is probably going to go back in a better condition.
Yeah, he's probably doing it to get a favour for himself out of it.
All right, and the last one, who would you go on a road trip with?
Probably RT, Ruan Tonic.
Okay. Is he like he's a quiet, cool cat?
Yeah, he's just very laid back. We'll play some music and stuff like that. So wouldn't be too full on. It wouldn't be too quiet. It'd just be a nice trip.
Do you have the same taste in music?
I don't listen to music actually.
You don't?
No, I don't listen to music.
So there's no iTunes account for you at all?
No Spotify, iTunes, or anything. I just when I'm in the car, usually because I'm from Queensland, I call my parents instead. So that's it. And I don't listen to music on the bus or anything like that.
You're a good family man, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I try to be.
Hey, I was ready to have a crack at you over not listening to any of that, but when you throw the family card in, you've got me right.
Can't say anything.
Checkmate. But look, the good news is now that we're starting to move into vodcasts and releasing video of this, I was worried you wouldn't be able to listen or to the interview again, but I can send you the video. I'm sure you watch videos, right?
Yeah, I watch videos as long as there's no music on it.
Yeah, just not in the car. All right, that's the point. Just not in the car. All right, mate. So that's cool. We've got who you take with you and who you have dinner with and so on. But let's move into the first of the main games I like to play with my guests. It's lock, stock, and 3 smoking balls. You ready to roll?
Yep, I'm ready.
If you could sign any one player from the A-League to play alongside you at the Mariners, who would it be? So don't worry about salary cap. Don't worry about special clauses in their contract. I'll take care of all that. Who would you take?
Probably Dmagic, just to hear his stories and and understand everything he does and think about. Yeah,
Dmagic. It'd be hard not to be able to focus on training if you had that guy there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and he's a good laugh too. So
he's a good laugh. Who translates it for you?
No, I don't know, but his laugh is good.
Yeah, his laugh is good. Look, the guy's just got this. You see his videos and he puts music to it, which you probably don't like, but we'll mute that for you. But he puts all these cool videos out, and you just look at him and you just think to yourself, he's got that bit of Beckham, Ronaldo about you. You just want to be him, right? So
100%.
All right, we'll lock in Dmagic. If you could change one FIFA rule, so not on the video game, but just one FIFA rule, whether it be in the A-League or any of the leagues around the world, what would it be?
I've never thought about this.
Mate, I'm going to make this easy for you.
One rule. Any rule.
Look, any rule. So, a lot of keepers, when we had your teammate Birra on, he said it's a joke that you can't move off your line even 1 inch when they've got the whole goals to shoot at.
Says that, to be honest.
I know. Look, I know. But lots of guys are saying, VAR and all these different things. And considering the debacle you had against City, I thought maybe that's something that you might want to change. But you seem like a nice guy, so I know it's going to be hard for me to get you to say something bad about him, but I'm going to push you.
Okay. I would probably say maybe, I don't know.
Mate, you can keep it all if you're happy with all the rules at the moment. But when something
there has to be something, you know what I mean?
When someone comes and bites you on the butt later on in the year, right? Don't come crying to me. All right.
I don't mind the contested drop ball.
Okay.
I thought it was good fun, but it's not there anymore. So
I don't know even if it's in youth football. I'm trying to think that when I watch my little fella play, I don't even think it's in there anymore. So they have scrapped that. So you'd bring that back.
I reckon it's good fun for the fans. Just absolutely see two people kicking it at each other.
Yeah, but also you just want to go up like Samson versus Goliath. You just want to do you versus.
Yeah, I want to win the battle.
Yeah, I know that. You just want to show off. We're not bringing that back. I'm not changing that rule.
I just want the title and the photo.
Mate, and I'm telling you now, I don't think there'd be many you'd lose against. So that's why you want to bring it back in.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like when you got the Wayne Rooney clip where he's going absolute ham at it. I thought that was great fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. But the other thing is too, if they are going to bring that back, you need to get a clause in your contract that says every battle of those you win, you get an extra bonus, right? Because otherwise it's not worth it for you.
Yeah. Look, everyone I win gets a bit more money, I reckon.
All right. And if you could be anyone for a day, who would it be? So no genres are specific here. You can be anyone. It could be a sports star. It could be someone, a movie star. It could be a politician. It could be anybody.
Okay. Probably.
I know it's not. I know it's definitely not going to be a musician, right? So you're not. Going Ed Sheeran or someone. Yeah.
No, I was thinking maybe the Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Or Will Smith.
Okay, so tell me though, is Kevin Hart because of the height or because you're funny? I want to know which one it is.
Both. The exact same person.
Mate, if I had hit my buzzer, I was going to say both as well. All right, mate. So Kevin Hart, that's not a bad. Or Will Smith, but look, Will Smith is he's been around a while and he's still got it. So either one would be good. All right, mate. Look, you've passed that with flying colours. So let's move into our next game, which is our version of Uno, which we call Nuno after Nuno Reyes from Melbourne City, but also me being a Spurs fan and being tortured by Nuno at the start of the year. I thought it's worth to at least get something good out of Nuno. Yeah, we'll get something good out of Nuno. So, mate, pretty simple. I'll ask you 7 questions. You just have to answer which is the most applicable to you. When you get to the end of the 6th question, you need to call out Nuno to avoid any penalties, which I'm sure you'll do. The current time to beat is Liam Rose from MacArthur Bulls, who's 22.57, but I'm more worried about the quality of the answers than rushing through. So whenever you're ready, we can start the clock.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, number 1, snow or sand?
Snow.
Home cooking or Uber Eats?
Home cooking.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Follow your head or your heart?
Head.
Comedy or action movies?
Comedy.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi. Nuno.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
Tea. Don't drink coffee.
Okay, we'll come back to that. 24 seconds. Not bad, mate. Absolute quality. All right, let's get through a couple of these quickly before we have to move you. But so you don't drink coffee?
Never even tried it.
You never tried it?
Never tried it.
Mate, look, as you get older, you probably will. I think I had 2 photos in my life up until a few years ago of me drinking a coffee because it was a special occasion. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't understand why people would want to have, water that like you don't put your dirty feet in after footy, right? But for some reason they did. And as you get older, it kind of comes with the palate. So, look, there's still hope for you. But so tea, what sort of tea? Is it green tea or is English breakfast? What do you like?
English breakfast, no sugar, and then the tiniest bit of milk.
Of course you don't, mate. All right. Of course you have no sugar. Are you going to tell me now it's soy milk or lactose free or something as well?
No, just normal milk. I'm not going that
far. All right. So, comedy movies. What's your favourite?
Ride Along.
Yep.
I think that's a good one. And
is that a Kevin Hart and is Ice Cube?
Yeah, that's the one. And
all right.
What's the other one? And I think it's Get Hard.
Okay. That's also Kevin Hart and what's his name?
Will Ferrell.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So Will Ferrell. Yeah. Are you? What are you watching at the moment? Is there currently something that you're watching on Netflix or a movie that you've watched recently?
Watching a new one called Worst Roommates Ever.
Worst Roommates Ever.
It's just more like criminal and stuff like that.
Is that about the Mariners? Is it who's the worst roommate at the Mariners? So who do you have at the moment? Who's your current roommate?
Dan Hall, and we're pretty similar. Like we like to keep things tidy, not too loud or anything like that.
And who did you put a request in for to say, please never ever put him near me?
Look, I was with Lewis, and look, it was all right. He's a good laugh and stuff, but if you're going to live there, I wouldn't suggest it.
Mate, look, you can say that to be sitting on the fence, but you can just send me a message later on, tell me what you really think, all right?
Yeah, once it sends, I'll let you know.
All right, and just one more. So you said follow your head, not your heart. considering you're very into the family, and like I said, they're obviously a big support, and and you're very close to them. I'm surprised you've gone for your head. Why the head?
It's okay. To be fair, if it was to do with family, it's probably heart. But everything else in life would just be head.
All right.
I think.
Mate, you've always got me every single time. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to fall over here and do a Stephen Bradbury or something, and you keep coming up with these fantastic answers, and I can't really do much about it. So, look, I'm good enough to know when I'm beaten. So, continuously, I've tried here to try and win at least one possession off you on the pitch. I've won none, so I'm going to cut my losses and get off before I make even a bigger fool of myself. But, mate, thank you very much once again for your time and coming on the Football Revolution. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. Hopefully, the results do continue to improve, and that you guys can somehow sneak your way into the top 6. I'm going to send you a few music clips to start trying to get you at the moment. That's one thing that's definitely lacking in a balanced football. Some good music and that sort of thing. So I'm going to pick a couple of my favourite tracks, different genres, and send it across to you. But mate, look, until we check in with you later on in the year, we wish you all the best, and thank you very much.
No, I appreciate the words, and thank you for having me. It's been real good fun, and I look forward to the music.
All the best, mate.